Daddy is my name. Our partners, by Chocolate, Until Uganda, Tamil Pizza, and others. Thank you very much for supporting our channel. I hope everybody is looking at our music on my YouTube channel, Daddy Musical Band. Thank you very much. Tonight our mind is living under inferior or inferior social status. What is considered as inferior social status? Inferior social status could mean someone who does not match with what is expected as utmost civilized, or what people consider as accepted standards of persons in society. This involves like people who live in ghettos, street children, peasants, beggars, and to some extent some people consider border cyclists to be of inferior status, but they are not. But some people believe. But people don't choose to be of inferior social status. And living within an inferior social status can be challenging and can affect one's self-esteem and confidence. We shall look at key aspects and then coping. Here, with key aspects in coping, you have to look at your self-worth, recognize your worth and value beyond the social status you live in. This means if you live in an inferior social status, look at that status as not being the end of everything. Know that beyond this you can succeed and overcome. Then societal pressure, understand societal pressure and expectations. Expectations here we mean we expect somebody with an inferior social status to try to overcome the inferior social status to live the expected one. Then resilience, develop resilience and coping mechanisms. Then empowerment, focus on personal growth and empowerment. Personal growth here we mean everyone expects to live from to get out of the status in which he is to another elevated one. Then we shall look at the Christianity perspective. In the Christianity, through the Bible, we have biblical views that suggest that inferiority is not the end of everything. 1 Samuel 16:7, God sees beyond social status. Then humility and lowliness are valued. Matthew 18:4. Then serving others can bring fulfillment. Mark 10:43-5. Then practical steps. Here we have self-reflection, identify strengths and weaknesses and potential opportunities, SWOT. Then try to surround yourself with positive influences. Then seek help. Don't be afraid to seek help if you are living in an inferior status. Then focus on community relationships. Then understand local line trainers and try to overcome your inferior status. Then other steps here can be self-affirmations, positive self-talk, refrain from negative perspectives, refrain from negative thoughts, then refrain and practice physical, emotional, and mental well-being, set adorable goals and achievable goals, celebrate progress, stay present and focused. Then we shall look at people who have made it from humble beginnings and have made it to the end. But here, I'll try to rectify. Most people of inferior status, when they make it to power, that inferiority complex normally comes back and haunts them when they have even succeeded. Which Baganda say, you may get out of the village, but the village remains in you. That's the Baganda local adage. That you may get out of the village, but the village remains in you. So we shall look at people here who came from humble beginnings. Idi Amin Dada, who was president of Uganda, started from humble beginnings, but made it and became president of Uganda. Milton Obote, who was also from humble beginnings, but he also became a president. Then the biblical inferiors, we have Moses. Moses was a stammerer, but he became a great leader. Exodus 3:10-17. Then David, a young shepherd boy, the youngest of the sons of Jesse, killed Goliath and became king. 1 Samuel 16:1-3. Then we have Gideon from a poor family, considered inferior, became a mighty warrior. Then we have Ruth, a Moabite, living with the Israelites, considered inferior, became a great-grandmother of King David, and from that lineage, Jesus Christ was born to be the Savior of the world. Then we have Jesus' disciples. They were ordinary men, considered inferior. They became mighty and founded the early church. Then here we shall look at takeaways. Takeaways here are: God uses ordinary things and ordinary people to fulfill His purpose. Then inferiority is not a limitation to achieve greatness. Then faith and perseverance can make one overcome obstacles. What we are trying to look at here, all people considered inferior can still make it in life, or can be civilized and live to the standard expected of them. So living in inferiority, social status, does not mean that's the end of your life. Peasants can make it. Ghetto people can make it, and have made it. Even all inferior classes can make it. They still make it. I've seen even disabled people in most parts of the country and in the world, other continents, making it. We have a motivation speaker called the Nick.